Hi there, this is Adrian from Roomify, and I'm back with a look at how to do bookings with an approval workflow using the Bee module. So we'll start out at simplytest.me, and of course we're going to install Bee, not bookmarks, Bee, and then we're also going to use the flag module for the approval workflow, and we're going to use rules for some notifications. So I'm going to go ahead and launch the sandbox, and I'll see you when it's built. Okay, we're back and we have a site to work with. So let's enable the modules we need. We'll use bookable entities everywhere, flag, and the rules module. So let's install those. Say yes to the requirements. And then we'll start out by setting up our content type. So let's go ahead and go to content types and create an event hall content type. And we will enable it for bookings with hourly bookings. And create a piece of content. Going to be boring and just call it main hall. Save it. Because it's B, we've already got availability. So the next thing we're going to do is set up the things we need for an approval workflow. So we'll go back to the structure menu and go to flags. And what we're going to do is add a flag on the event entity type, and we'll label it approved. We're going to use global flags because there's only one per entity, per event entity. And we'll say for the flag link text, approve this event. And make this event not approved. We will allow flagging for the hourly availability event type, and then we'll use the defaults otherwise. So we'll create that flag, and that is it. Okay, so we have our flag, and what we want to do now is make a view of unapproved events for site administrators to approve them. And the flag is not added automatically to new events, so after a user adds an event using the B form, then they will show up on this view. So we'll call the event approval. We need to show event entities of the hourly type, and we'll create a page for admins. And we'll use fields. 10 items will be fine, and edit the view. So the main piece we need here is to add the relationship to the flag. So if we say event flag, we don't want to leave this checked because then the unflagged events will not be shown on here. We'll select the flag we just created, and we'll say flagged by any user so that multiple users could use this view. And we apply, and then we need to limit the view to unapproved events. So we'll add a filter on the flagged state, limit to not flagged, and apply. And there are a couple of other things we're going to want to do to make the view useful. So we'll add a relationship to the user that created the event so that we can show their username. And we'll go ahead and add that field. So we'll add the user's name. We'll add the event dates. And apply. We're not seeing any content yet because we haven't created any events. So let's go ahead and do that. First, we'll save the view. So let's go back to our event hall page and add a reservation. So we'll do it for tomorrow. And add it. And we'll make another reservation for today in the afternoon. So now if we go back to our view, we should see these events because we have not approved them. So here are the events with the username of the user that created them and the times. Okay, I've made a couple more changes to the view to make it a bit nicer to use. I've added the flag link and the operations link for the events and changed it to a table format so we can see now we have this little view. So I'm going to save this and we'll look at the admin page. So now we have this page. So an administrator can just look at these events and quickly say, okay, we'll approve this event. And this one, let's say it came from a spammer, and just go ahead and delete it. And so with these things in place, then it's simple to make views of events filtering to only approved events to let end users of the site see a calendar of approved events. And what we'll now do is use rules to set up a couple of notifications. And the first thing we'll do is show users a message when they create an event that their event has gone into moderation and it will not show up on the site until an administrator has approved it. So let's add a reaction rule and we'll call it approval message. And we're going to react when a new event is created. So we'll save that. We don't need a condition because this site doesn't have any other B functionality, but if you had multiple B event content types or pieces of content, then you might need to add limiting conditions here. So we'll simply add an action that shows a message on the site. And say your event is under operation. It will be displayed in the calendar once an administrator has approved it. And we'll use status for the message type. I think that'll work. And save. Then we save the rule. And now we can go test it. So we'll go back to the event content, the hall, and add a new reservation. And here's our message. Hooray. And then the final thing we'll do is go ahead and create an email notification for administrators to know that there are events to be moderated. So again, we're going to react to new events being created. And we'll say admin approval notification, save, and add an action. For now, we'll simply use a generic address. This could be a mailing list, or eventually the functionality should be in D8 rules to allow sending to members of a role. And we'll say new event to moderate. And add a message. Just had to grab that URL. We'll just say, please go to the event approval URL to view it. And we save the rule, and that's all there is to it. I hope this has been helpful, and feel free to let us know in the comments or at roomify.us if you have any questions or feedback. Thanks so much for watching.